So the audio go on. Jadi nama tu.
Ya. Kasih.
Itu yang dari India dia atau base Jakarta?
India memang.
Oh, backgroundnya?
Backgroundnya India.
Tidak, maksudnya backgroundnya major.
Kajian Islam.
Oh, Islamic Studies.
Yeah.
Islam Studies.
I can start, I guess. Prof. Thank you very much for the chairperson. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good afternoon, everyone. I do apologize for coming late. Congratulations, Cindy Rahayu, for coming in your list of findings. Right, I would like to directly, I'm not sure whether Mukhtar already review about this one, but I would like to go to your finding in terms of your, what is it? So you providing oral test, right? Oral test for pre-test and post-test, and then, but here's you didn't provide it, so you need to provide it as an oral test, because an oral test, it means you provided the transcript, right? You recording the result of the student respond, the student answer based on the test. So if you put just like this one, you put it in SPS, I don't know what kind of statistical you use, but you need to put the result of that. You need to provide the transcriptions, at least not all the result, yeah, but at least you can show you include in your finding the highest score in speaking components. Yeah. Okay, what is it, the transcript? How did you put them, the person, let's say one person get 80, 100, there is a 100, right? In pre-test, in experimental group. So what kind of response the student have that they have the highest score 100? Their accuracy, fluency and comprehensions. Put it the result of your recording in transcript, okay? And also in the middle score, so and the lowest score, so we can see how this is the comparisons, yeah. And then we want to see in the transcript, this is the accuracy, the fluency, then comprehensions, not only the histogram, and then you directly show this score. So ini dalam angan-angan. So we don't know, while you providing oral, if it is a written test, might be, you can, but this is an oral, so we don't know how can you put it. Maybe this is a machine answer, yeah, but we want to hear how the students speaking test, oral test with 100 score. It means all excellent, right? In fluency, accuracy, is it? You got it? So put it here. That's your finding, because your test is an oral test, oral speaking test. And that's the first one. And the second one, because you it seems that you want to see the effectiveness of using FLOP, right? You need to show, you need to compare the result of post-test for experimental test, experimental group, and then control group, because you have statistically show the result, because you compare, because you want to see effectiveness, right? So we want to see which one, how is it, because the result of your research you say that using block is effectiveness, but we can see the comparison. Where is it the effectiveness? Okay, yeah. Here you don't compare post-test difference between groups statistically. Only using group will contest, yeah. You use that, group will contest is not enough to conclude that superiority of treatment, because you say the using block is superior, very effective, yeah, highly effective, but it's not enough if you only using the group will cause zone test. You need to put the comparison, yeah, the post test different between the group statistically. Okay, so maybe this is you need to be aware, because it seems the subtopic you say the result of post test, but in that table so still pre-test all on the table. So you see, so have a look, yeah. Did you provide it open-ended question? Is it open-ended questions? Yes? I'm asking, is it open-ended question? Your questionnaire is open-ended question? Where is the open-ended questions? Did you understand open-ended questions? You say that you provided open-ended questions. Is it open-ended questions? It's open-ended question. There is no open-ended question here. You use Lakers scale. That's no open-ended question. Maybe you don't understand what does it mean open-ended question. Did you? Did you understand or no?
Pertanyaan ada about terbuka for students after the treatment.
I don't ask about that. I just asking whether you understand what does it mean open-ended question. Because in your here, you put here that's open-ended question, but there is no open-ended question here. You use a Likert scale. That mean closed questionnaire. Ini dia bergerak sendiri sudah ketua ini. Yeah? This is no open-ended question. If it is open-ended question, you provided the questionnaire, and then you ask the respondent to provide their response freely. Not only asking here strongly agree, disagree, ya. Itu perlu kamu. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I got in your finding also the pre-test of experiment control group. When you providing pre-test, the score of the control group is 66. But in post-test, decline become the 60. Then this is you need to what happened with that? Yeah. Nah, you need to clarify in discussion, and there is no. I see in your discussion, maybe you are too hurry, ya, terlalu terburu-buru mungkin menggunakannya ini. Padahal kamu punya banyak waktu, punya pembimbing profesor ini luar biasa, bisa kamu pertanyakan luar biasa. Ini kebetulan saya kenapa bisa ya dilakukan treatment tapi malah what did you do with the control groups?
I just did the lecture method, explaining, not did the exercise explaining about the conflict.
That's because so you make it mistaken then, because you make it the students decline score. It is because the way you are.
When I after interpret test, students answer clearly, but in class test, students don't understand and then ask just little bit answer.
Okay, yeah, I think if it is your findings, that's the fact, but you still try to link why you need to describe what happened, why their scores become decline. Yeah? Yeah, I put my hand. Why post-test for experimental text that's improved dramatically. From 60 become 81. By using flock, that's because the reason is using flock. But I can see in your discussion you really didn't explain deeply how flock work for the students improving their speaking. Yeah, in your discussion, so you need to interpret and integrate your finding descriptively. Yeah, you have a lot of. There are more than 10 pages your findings in numbers. Of course, numbers, you need to make it sound. You have a meaning. What does it mean? 81, what does it mean 60 and 66? Something like that. You need to discuss about that. Truly I say that your discussion lack explicit meta interpretation. So there is no interpretation about your data. Yeah. How qualitative and quantitative results support each other, because you have a lot of you use mixed method, but you didn't talk about that in your discussion. You didn't interpret. You only put, this is my quantitative data, this is qualitative data. So what is it? Yeah. Doesn't address also the validity, the threshold to validate your score. About the teacher's effects in using flock, apa pengaruhnya, group, terus bagaimana selama Anda conducting your research, group dynamic, bagaimana sih melakukan itu, karena mereka bukan individual kan, mereka membuat vlog, bagaimana itu. So how is it the effect of group dynamic, and what is it the novelty of vlog? You didn't say that. Ya, pengagum vlog tapi enggak tahu di mana novelty-nya. Ini vloggernya, tapi seharusnya apa sih novelty-nya, Pak ya? Nah, di sini belum ada sama sekali novelty-nya, padahal itu yang menjadi fokus penelitian Anda. So you need to accurate interpretation of quasi experimental data, ya. Addressing what is it the limitation of an alternative explanation. So you only show everything very good. There is no limit. It seems that you conducting your research very smoothly. There is no limitation because you didn't show anything about the limitation. While maybe there is a limit, I believe that a lot of limitation also here when we conducted this using vlog, yeah, because manage the group, manage the student, how they try to recognize the topic first, and then how they make it the sentence in vlog. So a lot of things, but it seems that everything is running smooth in your research according to your interpretation here, because you don't really talk about your data that you have. Your data here, yeah, your discussion here, there is no connection, yeah. So what you need to do, so I think you need to improve your data interpretation clarity, explain why the control group score declined. From 66 decline become 60. And then links the result to speaking components, because you want to see how flock improve speaking skill in terms of accuracy, fluency, and comprehensions. You haven't linked the result of that, yeah. And your data triangulations. Explain how interview data support questionnaire, because you providing questionnaire, and then to support your the result of your questionnaire, you conduct also interview, but you didn't explain the data that you got from the interview support your questionnaire and the test data, yeah. Include also sample interview excerpt, pakai kutipan jawabannya. Ini sepertinya kamu yang bertanya, kamu yang menjawab. I'm not sure because there is no, kalau orang di interview itu kan tidak lurus-lurus jawabannya, ya pasti ada atau mis, apalagi ini di tingkat SMP, sedangkan mahasiswa, sedangkan kita kalau yang ditanya masih mix apalagi di ini. Nah ini jawabannya lurus banget semuanya. Iya, jangan-jangan kamu punya jawaban sendiri. Kamu mencoba, yang dimaksudkan ini siswa ini seperti ini jawabannya, sehingga Anda menuliskannya seperti itu.
No, Prof, I at the interview I report the answer for the students.
Dan jawabannya lurus begitu?
No, I forgot to add the question.
Nggak ada nggak ada. Ini apa? Loh, tapi di sini lurus banget loh semuanya. Nah, itu makanya ya include sampel di sini. Hasil jawabannya itu pakai quotation mark ya, kutipan, tanda kutip, supaya menandakan bahwa itulah responnya daripada orang yang diinterview. Okay? Nah, in your discussion, what is it? I heard from Pak Mutar, so already talk about this one. So you directly say that increase in speaking skill using PJBL with flocks, increase in speaking skill. How?
Justify.
Yeah. So you directly say, everybody can say that, but this is support by data. You have the data here, and then your job to link it with this, and then your interpretation is not coming personally from you, but you need to put your related study, previous study. That's why you need to write your review, previous study or related study in chapter 2, because that's you are going to use when you write your discussions. And you didn't do that. So everyone can say, oh, increase speaking skill, because I see the student just choose, but without data, we couldn't. Yeah, so where is it the proof? Supporting a previous study, how previous study or related study have done, and then what did you get? How did you do, and what did you get? Okay? Very minimum. What is it? Your interpretation. And you also talk about student-centered learning. Actively discover problem and seek solution. How did you get this one? There is data, there is no in your finding talking about student-centered learning. Discover problem and seek solutions. Ini kenapa tiba-tiba ada Anda membahas seperti ini?
Because the students do the project, they find problems about how to improve pronouns,
You say improve their the students' problem also, they have lack of vocabulary, right?
Yes.
And how through flock PJBL and then using flock improve their vocabulary. What vocabulary they found new in using flow. There is no clarification from here, ya. Dan ibu melihat soal-soal yang anda itu yang post testnya dengan pre testnya itu, it's talking about what is it? Seakan-akan ini soal bukan tell about your most memorable experience. Ini sangat bagus sekali kalau nanti hasilnya ini mungkin ada berapa siswa yang dianggap yang 100 nilainya itu tadi jawabannya bagaimana ya. Dilampirkanlah supaya kita melihat oh dia memang pantas. Kan itu berarti kalau bisa sebenarnya didengarkan itu langsung, tapi kalau misalnya tidak ada transkripsinya saja supaya kita bisa melihat, dan transkripsinya itu betul-betul bukan Anda yang membuat tapi original from the student, ya. And here in your discussion you need to at the end you need to provide your strengthened conclusion, ya, by emphasize the improvement of the speaking skill of the students through using flow. And you also need to clarify here what is the contribution of this from the finding, contribution to practical English foreign language instruction. Apa sih kontribusinya dengan melalui PJBL dengan menggunakan vlog itu, kontribusinya dalam practical EFL instruction dalam pengajaran. And I guess you need to provide here also in your conclusions. In your discussion, at the end of your discussions, write one paragraph that refers to answer the research questions. What is your research question actually? So you need to provide here based on your interpretation above. And then you need to withdraw conclusion about that refers to answer your research question, and then the implications of your research, yeah. And well, will be good also if you add in your conclusion and suggestions limitation of your research, and also the implication for teaching, how teacher can implement it. So because when we conducting research, so we need to clarify what is the implication for
student skills. Finally, future researchers can expand this research to different levels of education and effective time management. What about the student skill project?
Mem.Prof. Me first or Mem.Prof?
I'd like to do it first.
It's up to you as
If you are Indian,
Yes,
it's going to have a prayer first.
okay. Let me go first.
Please.
Well, thank you very much, Professor Konder Anulung, for the opportunity, and good afternoon, everyone. The topic of your research study is interesting. You include novelty in your research project, up-to-date issues regarding vlogging and blogging. So vlog, vlogs is the activity of vlogger, taking video, film. Okay, and you use in language learning, speaking, project-based, PJBL. It's very interesting. PJBL is compatible with the topic. Well, First of all, I would like to ask you, I didn't find your abstract in, this is thesis draft,
Yes.
so you should have included your abstract, the abstract. Why didn't you include abstract?
Because I forgot to add.
This is the first, your thesis draft is already not proposal or thesis draft, and include acknowledgements of complete components of thesis aspects. Okay, the PJBL method emphasizes the active role of students. Learner center, yeah. Now go on. Well, you employ both qualitative approach and quantitative approach in this regard. You use in-depth interview in qualitative. Actually, survey, questionnaire is a survey, it's a quantitative, it's a numerical data, descriptive statistic. You've got both inferential statistics and descriptive statistics, and they are called quantitative approach. The only one is qualitative in this regard is interview. But you should add in-depth interview, not only interview. If you just use interview, it means could be quantitative interview structure. You've got semi-structure, open-ended. So please add in-depth interview. Okay, next. In addition, the researcher, have a look at your thesis on your findings on page 19. You wrote, in addition, the researcher used not snowball sampling. It's nothing to do with sample. Snowball technique. To recruit informants, you can use snowball technique, not snowball sample. That's qualitative approach, a technique of collecting data in this regard, recruitment of informants. Select samples, good. Okay, go on. Yeah. Well, I would suggest you to include a short or a brief section of informants and a short description of informants. How many informants do you have? For example, 5. How many informants?
5.
Yeah, 5 informants, and describe briefly who they are. Students or are they all students or?
Students.
Okay, you describe briefly. They are students in semester 5, for example. And then next, treatment. How many meetings? How many treatments?
8.
8 meetings. Are they included? Post-test and pre-test, or just?
Yes.
Yeah, so they are all included.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the treatment, I did 3 topics in the context. First, a pre-test.
Yeah, the context.
And the last one in post-test. Or 6 meetings for the treatment.
Well, vlogging, film and making short or brief videos, and it is called vlogging. What about the duration of vlog? 2 minutes, a few seconds.
In this video, first one topic in the video, 2 until 3 minutes.
2 and up to until
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah, that's short in YouTube. We call it short videos or vlog. Yeah. Tell us briefly the project base and in this regard activities of blogging conducted by your students, the students.
Okay, thank you. For the after I give the test in the first meeting, I did them in starting with the essential question, make the group and discussing about the essential question, find the problem, and then Q&A question. After that, conducted the project related to the material, and number two, design a plan of project, organizing the project according the ideas. After that, the session 3 reschedule about the finish the project, and for monitoring during their make a video, and then for the next meeting they present the project work, and then the last one evaluate the project.
Okay, good, very good. Now let's move on to the data display, result of post test. Have a look at your thesis, page 42. Be sure not to break the table. If it is possible, please put the table on the same page. Do not break the table and put different pages in this regard. Table 4.3, the result of students. When you have a bar chart in this, you've got histogram or bar chart. Be sure to make clear remarks on the what you've got horizontal axis and vertical axis. Make clear remarks on what you've got bahasa Indonesia. I found the other bar chart or histogram. Okay, next means, yeah? Not means, rata-rata means. Okay, go on. Yeah, and then result of questionnaire. You've got jargons here. STS. What does it stand for? It stands for sangat tidak setuju, ya. Sangat tidak setuju. STS stands for sangat tidak setuju. TS tidak setuju. S setuju. And then SS, that's Indonesian version. I think you need to translate, so you got in English version. And STS, for example, STS, SDA, strongly disagree. TS, sangat tidak setuju. Tidak setuju, ya. Disagree, DA, agree, S, setuju, A, sangat setuju, strongly agree. You need to be consistent with. There should be a note, what abbreviation of the jargons, technical terms. Eh? Okay, go on. Should be in the form. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the issues in writing the result of interview, in-depth interview, researcher write the result of interview, in-depth interview, in the form of quotation, yeah? Not list, but quotation. uh, if there's more than one space line, line space, you've got a single space line. But you've got only one space line. Yeah. I agree, blah, 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 student. And you need to have coding. Eh? So for example, student 1, STO1, student 2, STO2, student 3, STO3. You use coding, and 4 digits. No, student 1, student 2. And write in the section of informant, a brief section of, include a brief section on informants and give short brief, short description of informant profile. Okay, go on. Discussion. I think you need to elaborate the discussion. Discuss the findings, the data you have collected from the field, from fieldwork, include in the discussion and elaborate. You include previous studies, incorporate in your discussion previous studies, some citations from experts that you cite from journals or reputed sources. So you need to elaborate your discussion by including citations and previous studies, relevant citations and previous studies. Your discussion is very brief, very short. Go on. Well, you don't need research schedule anymore. So remove it. Oh, if you still use the research schedule, then it means should go back to the field work and to the school or to collect data. So again, I would like to remind you regarding the interview, you should write in-depth interview. That's qualitative data interview, and you have open-ended and semi-structured. If you just write interview, then it sounds like it is associated with quantitative approach interview, structured interview. You've got just like test. You've got multiple choices, A, B, C. That's a quantitative approach interview, or quantitative approach structure, not semi-structure or open-ended. So, well, that's it. Now it's back to the chairperson, Professor Konda.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
That's good. Now let's invite Prof. Aminah. Are you ready? Take your time.
Oke. Saya minum. Aduh. Ini habis bantar India. Tadi kegiatan bahasa. Kan kegiatan tadi kan stay longer dia, spend banyak untuk mengisi seminar.
That you also got input from the reviewers, from UNTAD and Aminah.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to decide the point. This is finding seminar. If you look at the detail, okay, table 4.2, and then table 4.1, 4.2, okay. See, under the table you need to have the notes, okay, because you have the initials for A, F, and C, right? A stands for security, So I think under the table you have the notes there. So A, accuracy, accuracy, and the investigation, comprehensibility, right? So then readers will, yeah, okay. A with A as C, right? Okay. So that is the first point. And then in the scope of your research, you focus on these components of thinking, right? So I think it would be advisable for you to have these 3 points in the discussion. We could look at, based on the calculation, for example, which of these 3 components will improve the most, okay? The accuracy, the fluency, or the comprehensibility. Only if you focus on that point as well in your discussion, right? You see? So then, why is it important? Because this is the one of the scopes. The scope there is stated in chapter 1, right? So you focus on the speaking skills, but and then if we break it down, okay, into the components, and then we could see from the accuracy, fluency, and comprehensibility. So based on the student speaking test results, okay, we can analyze the list of these components which improve the most and probably the least. Okay, that's the second point. So then, it is just look at the concept result. You could actually look at the mean forward, right, of each of the components, right, to see the improvement, okay, of each of the components, okay, right. Then the next point I'd like to address
Sudah diadakan PJBL.
data obtained from the questionnaire, right? With the item and the review, right? Yes, I think as we discussed in these presentations, you could actually look at the theme thematic handbook. Okay, the theme has been actually presented there. Okay, the confidence, okay, enthusiasm, vocabulary and participation. Okay, and then the students' perceptions of the project-based learning with what, right? Okay, the project-based learning, but then you actually also use the law, okay, video, right? Right. So then, it would be necessary to also to discuss there in the discussion these points, right? In addition to the components of thinking, and then the information, the data obtained from the questionnaire and the interview, right? So the questionnaire, right? So the topics there, okay, starting from what is it? The confidence, right? So that the use of blog videos, okay, or blog projects, right? So in doing the project, the students work in groups, the students work together. So okay, so engage the students, learning engagement, motivation, okay, can be integrated into the learning process, right? Okay, so these points, okay, I think need to be elaborated a little bit in discussion each of the points, right? So starting from confidence, okay, student, okay, group work, okay, motivation. So actually this point I think related to yes, in the review, we just look at it and intern, right, for the students actually commented, okay, responded to this point. I think needs to be elaborated, okay. From confidence to be anything, point, okay, vocabulary, participation, authentic learning, introduction, okay. So the students work with editing, the voice, things like that. They work in groups, okay. So I think this point, if you is in the discussions, I think you may have presented those points that need to be elaborated more, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs here in the discussion. So then if you add those points, then the discussion will become much comprehensive and readers will get the point, okay, important point of the result of your research. Okay? Yes, if you add those points, your business will become much beneficial, yeah, okay, for the improvement of the student's skill and the contribution to knowledge, especially to English communication. Okay, I think that's all. Okay, 3 or 4 points that I just want to raise aside for the point. Okay, for your attention. Okay, thank you. Over to the speaker, Mr. Mabel.
Right, thank you very much for moderating. All right, thank you, reviewers, and I think we have to admit, I have to admit all of the suggestions from the reviewers, and I don't know you yourself. No? Saya bahasa Indonesia kan, apapun yang dia katakan reviewer tadi itu adalah benar semuanya. Saya tidak tahu apakah kamu menerima. Apa seharusnya yang kau terima dari komentar coba? Apa yang kau terima? Bahasa Indonesia, jangan bahasa Inggris.
Jadi di apa namanya di klarifikasi tentang diskusinya.
Kecil sekali. Saya belum mulai dari awal apa yang kamu setuju.
Dari abstrak, ya abstraknya itu abstrak knowledge dan
Apa knowledge?
apa namanya pendahuluannya.
Masa knowledge pendahuluan?
In-depth interview itu.
Abstrak. Apa lagi setelah abstrak?
Abstrak acknowledgement,
Apa itu acknowledgement?
pendahuluan.
Bah,
Ini kata-kata.
aduh, mati sih. Terus apa lagi?
Kemudian interview, interview.
Apa?
Change about interview, apa namanya, cara pengolahan wawancaranya. Kemudian menggunakan snowball technique.
Kenapa di snowboard ini?
Karena di sampel I use
Bahasa Indonesia?
dalam sampel saya menggunakan snowball sampling technique, but saya perlu mengganti menggunakan not random sampling but snowball technique.
Memang bukan random sampling di interview. Kenapa ya? Kenapa kau bukan itu yang dikatakan kamu tidak kau tahu. Lagi apa lagi? Apa lagi yang paling penting? Itu sudah mengerti. Oke, cukup. Dari Prof Aminah paling penting apa yang harus kamu perbaiki?
Hasil dari
Dan sebelum hasil. Karena itu hampir bersama dengan kamu yang paling penting apa itu? Tidak dapat. Itulah kesalahanmu selama bimbingan dengan saya. Karena ada beberapa hal ternyata kamu tidak perbaiki. Itu kesalahan saya karena saya tanda tangan halaman kesalahan duluan itu. Saya kira kamu bisa perbaiki. Itu alasannya jangan terlalu memaksakan diri. Dan tidak ada manfaatnya kamu memaksakan diri harus menahan hasil sekarang. Tidak ada. Karena toh juga kamu itu akan ujian tesis itu di Januari. Tidak ada manfaatnya. Entah apa yang kamu kejar harus sudah hasil. Tidak tahu. Jadi yang kamu tulis ini nothing. Ya, tidak. Perbaikan yang kita minta tidak ada. Ya. Salah satu contoh yang paling menarik misalnya, kenapa itu yang harusnya kamu jelaskan. Kenapa kemampuan